So we decided to have 110 seats, which...
How did you decide the seats first?
Well, we did the square foot, so we found out the average size of a Nando's is what we went for. Cause that's
Okay, so we got to the 1980 square feet.
Yeah, because we couldn't find the exact one for the one in High Wycombe, and we said it's about a medium-sized one, so we went with what we found there, and that ended up being 110 seats. And then we decided our tables. We thought 5 tables of 6, 12 tables of 4, 16 tables of 2, because we thought it was.
So 1980 divided by 18 gives you 110 seats, did it?
Should do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because that's what you should do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And then you decided on tables of 6, 4, and 2. Okay. All right. Fine. And have you got a layout for those?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you think about when you did your layout?
Well, we've got like benches on the side.
And we have boots, American boots on the back.
Stuff.
Okay. All right. And what made you think like this?
There's also another bit on the bottom. I couldn't quite get it all.
Oh, okay.
It's just got like the entrance bit. It's like there.
So what, like that?
Yeah.
Okay. And what was the thinking with regard to that?
Well, that's comfier. Then these would be quite more sociable. Yeah. That's
Okay.
like comfort and convenience.
All right. Okay. Fine. All right. So we think that would probably fit in. Probably didn't. Okay. So that was that one, wasn't it? So then, how long do you think it's going to take?
So the opening time's 3 till 10, but we wouldn't serve food until 10 if we left till 9.
Okay.
So there's 6 hours of service. And we worked out how many covers we could do all day. So if we gave the tables of 2s and 4s an hour, and the 6s an hour and a half, we worked out total it would give us 600 covers all day.
Okay. Yeah.
For our opening hours.
Yeah. Okay.
The working hours.
Right, and that's essentially what you do, and that's one of the capacities for. That's one of the main sort of things you try and work out when you're running a restaurant.
Yeah.
So, how are you going to get people through in an hour?
Because Nando's comes pretty quick. Well, it's not going to be a Nando's, but it's like that sort of like speed of service, I guess. So there'd be a table, like the booking system will tell you what table they're sat on, when it's free, and if it's not free, then they'll get directed to the bar if they're early for their table, and if they're on time, they'll be able to be seated. Drinks and food get taken straight away, and then check on their food when they've had their food for a little bit, and then clear their plates when they're finished, offer the bill, and then clear the tables pretty much as soon as they leave, so be ready for the next lot to come in.
Okay, so is this a Nando's? Is this based on a Nando's?
But that was what the idea sort of stemmed from.
Okay. Nando's don't have a bar, do they?
They do.
They do. There's a little waiting
You
area.
don't wait at the bar, though, do you?
But there's a little seating bit by the bar.
Sitting back.
What do Nando's do? Nando's are quite good at this.
Nando burn chicken, leg of
No, not not the food. What do they do with regard to like bookings?
Oh no, the
Because if you
booking.
go in and they're really busy.
You go in, you go to the cashier.
No. If you go in and they're really busy and they haven't got a table, any idea what they do? Anybody?
They always have a table.
No, they don't. Oh no, you're never always going to have a table. If you turn up at 7
No,
o'clock on
Nando,
a
I went
Saturday,
at
there's
Westfield.
not going to be a table necessarily.
What kind of amount of people there is, the amount that they allocate the chairs, depending on the amount of people there is. And they give you a wait, not waiting time, but they tell you to wait.
They do.
The menus.
They don't. I mean, but they don't want you to wait in there. They have not got the capacity for you to wait in there.
Can I say something? I went to Nando at Westfield. So when the restaurant is full up, they have outside waiting at the
Okay, well
Westfield.
that's okay. Outside waiting.
Yeah.
There's no bar or anything, is there?
There is bar. Westfield Nando is quite big.
I mean, it will vary on. It
I'm
will
just
vary
talking
by
about the one I've
they've
been.
got. What Nando's are really good at doing is saying there's no table at the moment. We will text you there's a table will be available in half an hour, we'll text you when it's available.
I haven't been to
That's how
that
they
one.
manage it, because a lot of Nando's, you don't book, people just turn up. That is an absolute nightmare when you start coming to like capacity, because like everybody wants to eat between 7 and 9:30 in an evening in the main. It depends on your restaurant. Again, Nando's is probably slightly wider than that. But yeah, and then the other thing like you've got here is you've got to be able to stick to that hour or that 45 minutes. Some people will be, and how do you move people on? The other thing which sort of which comes under service efficiency is how you operate the floor. So anybody works in a restaurant? I mean, you're normally given zones, aren't you? You've got tables 1 to 9 or whatever. That is yours.
Yeah.
You need to process people through. It will very much depend on the type of restaurant. I mean, I would say Nando's is semi-fast.
Yeah.
It's not a McDonald's, is it? It's not a Noodle Nation. I was just saying to you guys, wasn't it? Noodle Nation's like 12 minutes. They can cook your food in 3 or 4, depending on what it is, and they can seat you and get you out of there. That Nando's isn't there. That's the issue. But but if you want people to be in and out fairly quickly, you've got to have the staff, and they've got to know what they're doing, and they've got to know the time frames that are involved. Okay, great. And then I think the final question I asked was, okay, how are you going to manage customer demand? So we are going to have a table booking system.
Yeah, we're planning on pretty
We are
much
gonna have
only
a
taking
waiting.
bookings
Yeah.
because it makes sure that the capacity is well up there. But then if we can take walk-ins, you can take walk-ins.
Okay, I will come back to that. When I sort of.
Oh, you
when I
work
do
in
the
restaurants?
bookings. Okay, great. Thank you very much. So let's have a look at
Can I study that your charts,
one.
Yes.
please? Thank you. You can redesign it. Where is the boot? This is the boot.
No, the booths on both
This-
sides.
Okay, so this
Yeah.
is this one's yours, hopefully. Gonna come up in a minute.
It's good.
You can get it.
Please, for anything.
There we go. Okay. Oops. Okay. There we go. So you got unit
Yes.
26.
Yeah, found unit 26 in the Eden Centre. That held 2,530
Okay.
square foot. So the maximum number of people we could hold was 240. We used the minimum number of square foot per person. And then
Yeah.
obviously the minimum was 140 people using 80 square foot.
Okay. What did you decide?
We also decided as a casual dining as
Oh yeah, sorry.
You also decided what?
As a non-this, we also decided.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So,
for a square table, 48 and 48, that can seat up to 4 to 6 people.
okay.
Needs to include space for seating and walkways. Allocate 60 square feet per table, including the table area, chairs, and walking space. So 2,532 square feet divided by 60 is 42 tables, approximately seating 162 to 252, depending on whether you see 4 or 6 people at a table.
Ah, okay. So you went for tables of which maximum of 6, but you could seat 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you going to do if there's only 2?
That's fine. Let's give it a table for
Yeah. Okay. All right. I know. Okay. Good.
So just a
okay.
rough sketch of how it looks.
Okay.
I didn't finish. So
All right. Okay. So you're going to sort of spread them out around the room and try and you did talk about flow and things like that.
yeah.
Okay. All
My
right.
own is better. This one, I don't understand.
Yeah, so set timings for tables. We could go with casual, kind of casual dining, so in general terms about 45 to 1.5 hours.
Yes.
Which obviously varies depending on
So you're ready
group
to
size
know. Yeah.
and whatnot. So breaking it down, seating and ordering, 5 to 10 minutes, food prep, and delivery 15 to 20, eating time 20 to 30, the optional desserts and drinks 10 to 50, and then payment 5 to 7 minutes as well. So in total will be just over an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
So you got also the group size.
Yeah.
Because now it takes, like for the small group, it's going to be like 1 hour, and then for the 6 people, the max, it's going to be 2 hours.
Okay. All right.
And the service, I was thinking a bit differently. I was thinking how to provide more quicker service, as training the people, training the staff, how they can with the technologies as well, to provide the tools and resource for them, as well the soft skills, like to talk to them what they need to know, how they need to act with the people, with the customer, and like use the continuous learning and development. Also, it's good like as an e-learning to go to your courses, as a bartenders for the supervisors, a different like learnings to improve yourself, and also a feedback from the customers to like manage your use.
Short it is.
Right, how would you measure this? And well, and yours as well, actually. How would you measure these sort of like things? What would help you measure if you're actually doing this? How do you know if somebody is got their drinks within 15 minutes?
How to measure it? Is it not through our computer?
Well, the till system should help essentially with this, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because I mean, this sort of thing is measured predominantly by some sort of the internal process. So how long does it take you to so you've allocated them to a table. How long before you put the drinks order in?
Because they used
the
to.
drinks order's delivered, so the bar would know that the drinks order was done because they would notify, wouldn't they? The same with the food. The food goes in on an order. When does it come out? So most of this should be measurable. And then, like you say, feedback would give you the softer skills as well with regard to that. So yeah, good. But you've got to remember, if you set a process, with operations management, if you set a process up, you've got to be able to measure it.
Yeah, but the measure can detail records.
Reservation
Yeah.
system.
And in some.
Shush! Look,
Sorry.
somebody's talking. Sorry.
Bookings, promotions, discounts, happy hours, whatever.
Yeah.
Like happy hour case, loyalty program as well. Menu offering, limited set menus like during special days as well. Yeah, Valentine's Day as well. Seasonal specials as well for during the winter, during the spring. And also alternative dining options as a delivery or takeout.
Yeah, so this becomes quite important, and again, this was, you want people in early. Like I say, that 7 to 9 window, some of that can be done by online reservations, because essentially if you're looking at booking and you can't book, then you're not going to get a table at that point in time, don't you? But also, but it's fine, so if you are just literally somebody's trying to come at 7 o'clock and you're fully booked, then do you go, oh, right, that's fine, well, we're fully booked, we can't. What actually you need to be doing is going, well, actually, we could offer you a table at 5, and at 5 we've got happy hour, so you get free, off-price cocktails or whatever. That's what you want to be doing, isn't it? Or driving the other end. Or you want to be saying, well, actually, maybe we can offer you another option. Again, if you started doing these, though, I mean, this is what COVID sort of illustrated to a lot of restaurants, although they didn't have the in-house service. The capacity on the, on their takeout service was huge. And the problem with your takeout service is that your online system will keep taking orders. So I remember, I think it was the first New Year's Eve of lockdown. The local, my local Indian just essentially ground to a halt, because the system kept taking orders, because everyone was obviously, in lockdown. The system kept taking orders to the point that they couldn't fulfill them quick enough, and there were people queuing outside, waiting to pick up. So this is what capacity is all about. What can I actually achieve in the time I've got? Or what do I want to achieve? Because like I say, if you're a Michelin star restaurant, then essentially this dining experience is probably going to be 3 hours. You've got much more. And also, if I'm sitting on a seat for 3 hours, I want a nice, bench or velvet sort of, upholstered seat. I do not want to be sitting on a hard chair, do I? So that's the sort of thing. That's part of the thing. So we can put some of the metrics around it, that's both done very well, thank you. But it's also about what is the experience all about. Okay, let's look at the last one.
Fast food restaurants.
Okay, so this is going to be a fast food. Okay, all right, so, ooh,
Yeah, so we chose
it's,
quite a smaller size, maximum 40 people.
yeah,
Yeah, table size is a lot of 4-person tables as well as 2-person tables.
yeah,
We'll have 8 ordering booths, similar to McDonald's with screens. Seats arranged quite close to each other. Yeah, the types of tables would probably be circular.
yeah,
Yeah, the dining time expectation would be very short because fast food needs
Yeah.
to be able
40
to
minutes one.
get out orders pretty quick.
I mean, 40 minutes, that's quite a long time, isn't it?
Yeah,
25 is usually,
but that's maximum per table.
yeah, okay,
And yeah, guest comfort medium. Opening hours between 9 a.m. and 10 p.m. Pretty good, I think.
so how many servings would that give you? Did you work that out?
We didn't calculate the.
How would you do, how would you work that out?
I guess by calculating the total amount of customers per day. Not really sure.
Yeah, well, yeah, so you'd work out, you've got to work out the amount of minutes you've got in that time, and you can divide it through, but you've also got to, so you can divide it through by the table time, yeah? And then you've also obviously got seats at the table too, so you could work that out, you could work out like you guys did. With regards to that, okay, so you've got your ordering booths, your waiting area, yeah? Okay, that's good. Training.
Yeah, so the staff are trained to just collect orders from the digital ordering booths. And the customer service won't be as good because the staff are trained to handle high volume of orders and not really like personalized service. And also tables are to be cleared like as quick as possible, like in maybe 1 to 2 minutes after the guests leave.
Yeah, or even get the guests to clear their own table.
Oh yeah, that as well.
Yeah, okay, great. So you got online ordering, I mean,
Yeah.
again, if you go fast food, they'll bring it out to your car and all sorts, won't they?
Yeah.
You're not in the restaurant and things. Okay, all right, great. Thank you very much for doing that. Right, I think, should we have a break? Sorry, should we have a 10, 15-minute break? So, what's it, 25 to? So, yeah, that will give me just over an hour to sort of cover the basics of capacity and talk to you about the assignment. So let's back in here at 10 to the latest, yeah? Thank you.
Helen, please, can you help me to change my attendance? It didn't work on my phone,
Okay,
please.
yeah, I'll have a look at it now, yeah. Junior and Lizzie, I've also got your questionnaire here for the consulting module. You'll have a look at how to talk to you about that.
Okay.
Before you go, yeah, today.
Okay, thanks.
See what, sorry? Yeah, you didn't see any?
I didn't see like anybody in the room like last week when I came. I don't know why.
Because you were supposed to be at the Coca-Cola Challenge,
Oh, okay. I don't know.
as Suzanne had told everybody.
Oh, was it email?
And I think if you'd been here on Friday, she was telling me, I think she did email out, it was also on Friday, and I said at the end of my session the Monday as well.
Okay. So that, okay.
But I also think the timetable on the door had been mixed up, because I was actually over on the other side. If you looked at the timetable on
Was
the
it-
door, we were actually on the other side.
Was it like something really important?
Well, we'd invited in Coca-Cola, and they were doing the sustainability challenge, so it was an opportunity to meet them, but
Oh.
virtually not many of you actually came.
Drama.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Thanks.
All right, no problem. Let me just have a look at the register.
Okay, we have break. Break. So this one is capacity planning. About restaurant, then we come sit. Capacity. Let me eat my biscuit. I need a biscuit. Biscuit.
People with you today, isn't there? Lady Cameron. Tom came name, didn't he? That's Tom Zandon. Yeah.
Okay, let me leave this here. Drink water.